David was about to give a gift to his dream girl, but the school bully snatched it away and threw it onto the frozen lake. He endured the humiliation and picked up the crystal ball. The ice suddenly cracked beneath his feet. Lake water rushed in and swallowed him whole. No matter how hard he struggled, at the brink of death, he triggered his superpower and teleported straight to the school library. He quickly got up and returned home with his head down. His drunken father saw him in a mess, furious, and ordered him to kneel and scrub the floor clean. The moment his father opened the door, he teleported back to the library again. David realized he had a superpower. He began practicing how to teleport. After constant training, he could precisely jump to wherever he looked. He flipped through a magazine featuring the Empire State Building and crossed thousands of miles to land on top of the Empire State Building. His mother had left when he was very young because of his father's domestic violence, so he decided to leave this broken home for good. He moved to New York and rented a cheap apartment. David ran out of money because he was underage, desperate and helpless. David stood in front of a bank trying to hype himself up.
I was 15. Moved done. I figured I'd pay it back someday.
He pretended to go to the bathroom and happened to pass the vault. During the few seconds before the vault door closed, he memorized the entire layout. That night, he recalled everything he saw inside the vault and successfully teleported inside. He used a bedsheet as a sack and stuffed it with cash. The cheap apartment was soon filled with money. David lay above the shallow sea using his powers. He moved into the most luxurious penthouse in downtown New York. His apartment was filled with luxury cars and watches. He even had a dedicated warehouse stacked with banknotes from all over the world. He entered the lobby holding an umbrella. The concierge reminded him it wasn't raining today. David instantly jumped to the top of Big Ben in London, looking over the stunning night view with his umbrella. He visited a corner bar, and with his good looks, he successfully dated a beautiful woman. Back in the apartment, he picked up a photo on the wall. One second he was surfing in the Pacific. The next he was sitting atop the Sphinx in Egypt. One day, just after he got home, he noticed that someone had moved the things on the table. "Don't run 8 years. We've been looking for you," the chief said. He had been watching David ever since the bank robbery and had been hunting jumpers like David. "This conversation's over." "This conversation's not over. Tell me who's helping you." David tried to teleport using a photo, but the high-voltage electric baton prevented him from focusing and jumping far. He was thrown back to the first floor, and the baton in the chief's hand extended into a long cable. At that moment, David had become his prey. David made a desperate move and teleported into his home vault. He endured the pain from the electricity, cut the cable on his calf, quickly stuffed some cash into a bag. Just before the chief broke in, he jumped back to the small town he hadn't returned to in over a decade. His father begged him to stay, since he left without a word. His father had quit drinking.
"It's okay. You can come home."
David still chose to run. He went to the bar where his girlfriend worked, looking at her still beautiful figure. His girlfriend, who once dreamed of traveling the world, was now stuck in a tiny bar. He was about to leave quietly, but the old school bully recognized him.
Beer with an old buddy from high school?
I'm not this David. Millie?
Hi. You were gonna leave without saying anything?
Sorry, I didn't see you.
No? Weren't you just up there staring at me for the past 45 minutes?
Acting like they were reconnecting, the school bully started flirting with Millie while drunk, trying to humiliate David. David charged like a bull and teleported the bully into a bank vault. Seeing David appear, Millie rushed over in panic to check his injuries. The two had been childhood sweethearts and had always had feelings for each other. David decided to stop hiding his emotions, was
Thinking of maybe checking out Rome, actually.
You were thinking of checking out Rome? Come on, you know that was my dream. Don't try to rip me off, okay?
So come with me.
So come with. You're asking me to go to Rome?
I mean, only if you want to skip the boring parts.
David took Millie in a Tesla and stayed in a presidential suite at a 5-star hotel that night. They finally got together. David wanted to help Millie fulfill her childhood dream, visiting the Colosseum in Rome, but it was closed for maintenance, so he teleported them in through the staff entrance and gave her a private tour. Inside, David met another jumper. "Did you think you were the only one?" The man was also a jumper. To him, David's constant jumping was a death wish, but they've noticed together. David was suddenly bound by cables. What into the wall? He moved swiftly and quickly took down the two pursuers. "Who are these people, Pardons? Pardons kill jumpers, I kill Pardons." Class dismissed